This is our family Bible from my home in Hokitika. It always used to live on the top shelf of the wardrobe in the spare bedroom because Catholics didn't read the Bible. This is just one of the sad reflections of the Reformation, when the Catholics and the Reformers went their separate ways, and they overemphasized the word or the sacrament one over the other. Catholics didn't want to be seen as Protestants, as they were called. Protestants didn't want to be seen as Catholics. And yet as Christians, we're called to embrace both, because they are both Jesus' gift to us. Word and sacrament are both equally essential in the life of the Christian. I don't know if you've noticed in the parish bulletin that every parish has, that there's always the references, here it's on the front page, of the day's readings, but also somewhere inside the bulletin, there's the references to next Sunday's readings. These references to the scripture readings aren't there by mistake. They're there to remind us of two really important things. First of all, we should be preparing to hear the word for when we come to Mass. So the idea is, before we come to Mass, we pick up our Bible, we find the references for next Sunday's readings, and we have a read of them and start to reflect on them. Likewise, after the Mass, we go back to the readings again, just reading them again, just reflecting on the insights that we've been given from that day's Mass. So this preparation before and reflection afterwards is very important. When we come to Mass, we come to hear the word. I know many of you have the habit of bringing a missal or device along to read along with the readings as they're being read. And this practice goes back from the days when the readings were proclaimed in Latin. But the readings in the scriptures that we use at Mass are to be proclaimed from here so it can be heard out there. And there's a real power in the word being heard. We can imagine Jesus when he was speaking to the crowds listening, hearing what he was saying to them. And often when people talk about the readings, it's amazing the things they hear. So when we come to this part of the Mass and we sit down for the readings or we stand for the Gospel, it's with an attitude of receptivity. I'm wanting to hear what the Lord is placing in my heart.